Yo, what is everybody? It's your boy, Go TV, aka the Durag King. Just last for you and your crew, back with some more reactions. We got Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness review. Now, I know I've been gone for like weeks and weeks, and I'd be gone, then I'd be back, then I'd be gone, then I'd be back. And then when I'm back, then I'm gone. I know, man. I don't even know. I'm a full-time streamer, man. I'm a full-time streamer that's uploading on my shorts. I'm uploading TikToks. I'm streaming 10 to 12 to 24 hours a day, trying to do some reactions. It's tough, man. I ain't even gonna lie. I will say though, recently though, man, it's been bad streaming on Facebook gaming, bro. You get copyrighted for anything, and then they release the claim. It's just and then there's things wrong with it's just, I don't even understand. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like my head hurts. It's like it's like you're streaming, but you're fighting the stream against a struggling, unsustainable platform, man. It is so bad. I'm thinking about switching to YouTube gaming once my contract is up. I'm not fully certain on that yet, man. It's bad, man. So that's where I've been at. It's not a mental thing. It's just more of a, man, bro. It really do suck sometimes. Most of the time. So it used to be sometimes, but now it's transferred to most of the time. It's starting to suck streaming on Facebook gaming. Like, money to the side, dog. It's just problems after problems after problem. Your stream may not work. Pixelated, people not getting the noties. You know what I mean? I'm missing stars. Like, you know what I mean? Camera, you know what I mean? But man, that's where I've been at. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say I'm back because I don't even know, man. I'm just, you know what I mean? I will say that I did see this Doctor Strange and the Multiverse Madness review the other day, and not the other day. I seen it when it came out, and I will say it was a pretty good movie, man. One thing I didn't like, I know it's in the comics, you know what I mean? They did have I didn't like the powers in the person. Like I said, I know it's in the comics. I don't like it. I mean, everything in the comics doesn't have to be good. I don't think that's good. I think that's whack. That's whack writing. That's whack comic writing. Whatever you want to say. That's just whack. You know what I mean? Very, yeah. It's whack. It's very lazy too. You know what I mean? That's very lazy. I really didn't like that aspect of the movie either. Like, if you would have took her out the movie would have still been the exact same movie without her. You know what I mean? Like, it would have been literally the exact same movie. Like, nothing would have changed. But, you know what I mean? What else I didn't like about the movie? That's really much it. This is another part I didn't like about the movie. I didn't like that it started off fast, because if you're not a fan of Marvel and you want to go see a new Marvel movie, it's going to be hard to catch on in this movie. It's going to be stupid hard. That's another thing I didn't like. You know what I mean? I mean, it started off really fast, and I could see if people were confused. You know what I mean? I could see people confused and shit watching this shit. So that could really hurt this movie a lot. But other than that, though, it was a great Marvel film. I love Doctor Strange. I love his powers. The fighting scenes were amazing. I'm not a comic book nerd or a comic book fan. I don't know anything about comic books and shit like that. I have no idea, you know what I mean, about people and shit. I just watch the movies in order, and I just try to keep up like that, you know what I mean? Wanda's definitely a bad villain. I didn't like how they said Wanda, this should be a rated R movie. I don't agree with that shit, but because, I mean, she did kill people. Like, they actually died. Like, they killed them. She killed them. But, I mean, it is what it is. But we're about to watch IGN's review and see what they rated. I gave it a solid 8 out of 10. But if we're talking about like a movie, like if we're going to, like, it's an 8 out of 10 Marvel movie. But if we're going to rate it as a movie, like a regular movie, it's about a 6 out of 10. You know what I mean? But let's see what IGN says. But ultimately, I'm going to say 8 out of 10. All right. Because, yeah, it can't care.
Guess what?
What do you
And
know
I
about
seen the She-Hulk trailer came out today. I'll probably react to that right after this shit. You know what I mean?
the multiverse?
A couple trailers actually came out.
If there's one thing Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness accomplishes, it's
Uh-huh.
putting the final nail in the coffin of the idea that directors aren't allowed to put their own distinct stylistic stamps on the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Damn, she
Filmmakers
sound like she's doing this remotely at the house. Come on, man, IGN, just hire your boy. I can do this. I can do this, IGN. F with your boy.
James Gunn, Taika Waititi, and Chloe Zhao all offered their respective MCU movies their quintessential styles, of course, but there's something about this newest chapter that feels like it's screaming that these films are becoming the rule, not the exception. From top to bottom, and for better or worse, Multiverse of Madness is a Sam Raimi movie through and through. Raimi's full range of weirdness and spookiness is on full display from start to finish here.
It is.
Whether it's through the creatures,
and she worked them boys too at that little spot, the little Shanghai spot. Oh my gosh, Wanda went to work on those boys.
Any specific cameos or just the vibe. Fans familiar with his filmography are going to be able to call out plenty of moments bearing the director's signature. Most times, that signature works. But between some scenes that are weird for the sake of being weird, and others that find themselves hobbled by screenwriter Michael Waldron's sometimes hokey dialogue, even the biggest of Raimi fans may find themselves quirking an eyebrow from time to time. Still, the movie works far more than it doesn't. The horror element was a big elephant in the room for Multiverse of Madness.
I don't think this was a horror movie, man. Like, everybody keeps saying that, bro. Like, I did not see any horror in this movie. I didn't see any horror. Please, anybody that can help me out, please let me know if y'all seen any horror in this. I didn't see any horror. Maybe is the killing horror? You know what I mean? Like, why is people saying that, man? I'm a horror fan. I didn't see no horror. The eye, Wanda killing a zombie. Like, come on, you're making the word horror sound less and less, bro. Like,
you've already met Zombie Strange in What If, and in Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness.
I forgot to watch the What If.
But he's definitely not the only thing that goes bump in the night in the newest addition to the MCU. Plenty of spooky scaries are lurking around corners, especially as things ramp up in the third act. Is it too scary for your kiddo? Your mileage may vary. The horror aspects help earn the PG-13 rating here, but contemplating the idea of half the known universe suddenly disappearing seems a lot more complicated to stomach than a monster or two.
Yeah, if you're gonna say monsters is what makes a movie horror movie, then what is the term horror really mean? Like, can we just Google search what horror term means? Like, if monsters is gonna be in the horror category, well, damn. I ain't gonna catch. Doctor Strange has the illest intro
to the performances.
into
There's
that
not
fight.
a bad actor in the bunch, but Elizabeth Olsen is constantly reminding us how easily she can shift into capital A actor as Wanda Maximoff. Meanwhile, Xochitl Gomez did an admirable job bringing America Chavez into the MCU and left us hoping to see more of her character in the future, while Rachel McAdams did the best she could with a once again underutilized Christine Palmer. Of course, Benedict Cumberbatch was great as always. His American accent is really growing on me, guys. I don't know what to say.
Things just got out of hand.
He's just got out of hand.
It's Danny Elfman, so it's not really surprising that it ruled, but it freaking ruled. From the notes of respective themes that come into undertones as characters come into play, to the orchestral tone that follows the whiplash of Raimi's narrative one, to an actual musical battle. Yes, you heard that correctly. It's an absolute banger of an album that I will be using as writing music for the foreseeable future. Multiverse of Madness is worth the price of admission just to hear the score and see it at work.
Yeah, she ain't lying. The music was pretty good in this movie. Like I said, it is definitely worth to go watch. Like, don't say anything I say or take anything I say bad. This is really worth the watch, you know what I mean? Really
Raimi's
worth.
first foray into the MCU is an imperfect one, to be sure. But the messiness is almost
I just
fitting
didn't
for a
like
Doctor
Old
Strange
Girl,
film,
though. Like,
I
Old Girl
definitely
made
hope
no
that the script is
sense,
tighter on
bro.
the next outing. I won't spoil anything, but what I can say
I'm
is that
spoiling the shit. Old Girl makes no sense. And if you think Wanda died to a freaking rock, you're sadly mistaken.
some of the dialogue is on par with a supremely cheesy Moonfall, a comparison that only works for the 15 people that saw Moonfall, but it's an apt comparison all the same.
I have not seen Moonfall, but I heard it was good.
Cumberbatch and McAdams that can't even make these lines work, it's probably time for a revision or two.
I made mistakes, and people were hurt.
I'm not here to talk about Westview.
They're about to rate this movie a solid 9, maybe 10 out of 10. No cap. I said 8 out of 10. I'm pretty sure IGN's gonna rate this shit about at least a 9. She didn't really say too much bad.
Are there aspects of Sam Raimi's Doctor Strange flick that could be better? Definitely. The script is downright hokey sometimes, and there are odd moments that are—
The script was terrible. Huh? The script was terrible. The script was terrible. The movie was good, but the script was just... The script was the script, you know what I mean?
weird for the sake of it without adding anything to the story. That said, it's got a score that's to die for, some rockin' performances, and fans will never once be bored.
Wow. That's actually not a bad score. 7 out of 10 ain't bad. It's good. Like I said, it's hard to follow if you're not a Marvel fan. If you're not a Marvel fan, it is hard to follow. The only all part of the movie was the Illuminati, but you have to be a Marvel fan to even understand what that means. You get what I'm saying? I'm not a Marvel fan. Like, I am, but I'm a Marvel movie fan. I'm not a comic book, know every person's powers and abilities and when they die, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not that type of fan, but as a movie, I would agree with this. I would. Some of y'all probably would disagree, but it is what it is, man. As your boy. See, this is how you know I haven't done a YouTube video in like years, bruh. It's your boy, Kelly Go TV, aka the Durag King. And I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one, man. Peace out.